Hello and welcome to Exercise for Everyone. This is Lesson 1, Ab Crunch. Lesson 1, Part 13. 25 ways to increase the challenge of a crunch by holding and passing a small stability ball. Please note that I am only holding the stability ball. I'm not squeezing or firmly pressing in against it. I'll be covering movements like this, however, in Part 17 of Lesson 1. Bent knees. Reach ball from chest to knees, hold between knees, reach back up and bring ball back to chest. Bent knees. Reach ball from overhead to the knees, hold, reach back up and return ball overhead. Legs up straight. Reach ball from chest to feet. Hold, reach back up, take ball, and return it to your chest. We increase the challenge here with our legs extended. By reaching up towards our feet, it's like doing a hamstring stretch at the same time that you crunch. Legs extended up straight. Ball reaches from overhead to your feet. Hold, reach back up, and take ball back overhead. Keep your arms in control. Never swing your arms to try to lift you into the crunch. Around the head, halo circles. As you crunch, bring the ball around the back of your head, and as you release from the crunch, bring it back over your chest or your face. If you can't crunch high enough for the ball to make it behind your head, just bring it above your head, and as you get stronger and can come higher in the crunch, the ball will get further under your head. Bent knees. Circle the ball from overhead to over your knees. In the following clips, we'll do a similar arm circle with your legs in different positions, and we'll be trying to pass the ball behind your legs. If you're not at the level that you can do that, though, this makes a more moderate option. Also consider it's more challenging when your arms go over your head, so you may certainly modify this option by starting with the ball at your chest. Last but not least, make sure you do the circles in both directions. One leg, 90-90. Pass ball from chest, around and under your leg. You'll be tempted to pull your thigh in closer to your chest to get the ball to pass behind it. Try not to do that, as that would be cheating. One leg, 90-90. Pass ball from overhead, around and behind the leg. Again, anytime the ball goes over our head between our crunches, it is going to increase the challenge by raising our center of gravity. One knee bent and the other leg extended straight up. Pass ball under and around the back of your leg. If reaching over your head between each crunch is too challenging, you can certainly return the ball to over your chest between each crunch. In deciding whether I should keep my non-extended leg straight out on the ground or bent as I have it here, consider the tension and the tightness in your hamstrings. If you have tight hamstrings or lower back issues, you will probably want to keep that leg bent. One leg, straight up, pass ball around your leg. As we've mentioned before, anytime you have your leg extended straight up, the tension in your hamstrings is going to create more resistance on your abs. You may bend your knee slightly if you need to, but make sure that your heel stays directly above your hip. One leg extended straight up, the other leg extended straight out. Pass ball from overhead around the extended leg. This one will be the most challenging out of the previous 5 clips. Legs 90-90. Pass ball from chest around your legs. Maintaining and stabilizing the 90-degree hip angle and knee angle is very challenging. Legs 90-90. Pass ball from overhead around your legs. Between the stability needed to control your leg angle and the large arm movement, this is a very challenging abdominal option. Legs up straight. Pass ball from chest around your legs. Again, the straighter legs create more resistance through the hamstrings and into the lower back, therefore making your abdominals work harder to overcome that resistance. Again, you may soften your knees if you need to, being sure you keep your heels above your hips. Legs up straight. Pass ball from overhead around your legs. This one is the most challenging of these recent clips. You can even see me struggling to get the ball to connect from one hand to the other behind my legs. Legs up straight and slightly apart. Pass ball from your chest around your legs in a figure 8. It can be challenging to keep your legs still, but this is a fun one. You should definitely try it. Legs up straight and slightly apart. Pass ball from overhead around your legs in a figure 8. Of course, on both of these, you can pass the ball between your legs and around the outside rather than around the outside and then in between. Chest fly. Arms start out at your sides, and then the ball passes from hand to hand above your chest. Keep your arms right in line with your chest, making a solid pass from one hand to the other. Chest fly. Arms start above your chest, and ball passes from hand to hand. You'll notice in this clip I do not actually have a ball in my hands. However, I'm sure you understand the idea of beginning with the ball in my hands over my chest, and then as I do my crunch, I let the ball down to one side in one hand, and then to the other side in the other hand. By doing the reverse chest fly arms in this video, you're going to have more range of motion. Your arm is also going to feel heavier to your obliques when it is out to the sides. And of course, this will make it more challenging. Bent knee, circle the arms from over the thighs to over the head. At first, this movement might look like something we've already done. However, rather than starting with the ball overhead and then reaching towards the legs as you crunch, we are reaching our arms overhead on the crunch. This puts the arm movement in opposition to the crunch, making it much, much harder to do. Snow angel arms. Arms start overhead and ball passes from hand to hand. This movement is similar to the arm circles. However, rather than the ball making a full circle, it does a half circle, reverses, comes back, and then does a half circle in the other side. Snow angel arms. Arms start at sides. This is the opposite of what was just demonstrated in the previous crunch. Rather than passing the ball overhead and making the change from hand to hand while you are in the lower phase of the crunch, now you make the ball exchange while you're at the peak of the crunch. The coordination and timing of making the exchange from hand to hand is a challenge, especially now when we're holding the crunch while we're doing it. Arm switches. Ball starts above your chest and lowers to your thigh. Here's another way to spice up your crunches, add a little bit of a coordinational challenge, and enjoy yourself while doing some abdominal exercises. Arm switches. Ball starts above your chest and then raises over your head. This version may be slightly more challenging than the previous one. Another way to challenge your coordination not demonstrated here could be to take the ball overhead, switch at your chest, lower it to your thigh, back over your chest, switch, and back overhead. Arm switches. Ball starts overhead and switches above your chest. And here this one is just slightly different again in that the ball switches while you are holding the crunch rather than when you are releasing the crunch. You may also take the ball with your hand down to your thigh rather than over your head. Thanks for watching! In part 14, we will challenge your crunches using a small stability ball again. However, we will be holding the crunches rather than crunching up and down.